Now, I kind of wanted to look into the situation. I actually got a story with this guy. I used to work with this guy back in 2017 ish to like 2019, like before he blew up. I remember he was playing me his music videos and shit. I told him like you should start a YouTube channel. The next thing you know, cause he was getting hella views like putting his music videos, I guess on these video editors channels that have like cloud and shit. Like if you spend money on your music, that's like you take your shit serious. Like he spent money on his music. Mr. 30 Deep. I should say his real name. I should say his real name. I think everybody knows his name is Arthur and shit. And people call him Art. He got the damn Arthur chain. But yeah, I feel like he got set up personally. And here's my theory. And this is taking me a part 3 of the situation I'm going through with the feds loaded. I don't have a fucking warrant. But they're using Stingray devices. And I'm going to show y'all proof and stuff like that. Well, I don't need to show y'all the proof. I've kind of been exposing it on my Twitter. But I'm gonna show y'all like websites, and I want to watch this video first, because what you should already know is I think a lot of people know he has a warrant. But there's this thing called Section 702. I think I broke that down in another video. I want y'all to look that up. Google Section 702. And ask what it does. Section 702 abuse, because Section 702 is a thing, and usually for foreigners, but Section 702 abuse, they tend to go after Americans. And I've noticed I ain't trying to talk about presidential shit, but it's a certain party tend to target Americans. Just think who the president that they try to get in and do all this border and like I said, no more president stuff. Just think Section 702 abuse on Americans. Which party they tend to target, which explains the federal foreman BS. Like I said, I broke this down in a couple of videos. I talked about like my situation is that I have proof that there's informants limit tax free, off our tax dollars funded by the feds. When I talk to lawyers outside the state, because this is a government corruption bullshit that's been going on, which I think he got set up most likely when he came back to St. Louis. Because people he hanging around with that he didn't grow up with. And I saw a few people in his music videos that came out of nowhere. Noted, we talked about this guy. I'm not going to expose him, but we talked about a few people that came across as Fed, I guess you could say, at the time. I'm not trying to get to no street, quote-unquote, code shit. Like I said, I don't really don't consider myself a street nigga like that. Plus, I'm too old for that type of shit. I just hang around a lot of them, especially growing up. But let's watch this video. I want to watch this whole situation of this video. I think
Cali, from St. Louis. Ain't nobody unloading their weapons in St. Louis. Everybody beef for everybody. It's like in our city, ain't no loyalty, ain't no unity.
What I remember he did squash a lot of issues he had with other rappers from St. Louis and other people at the time. Like I said, I haven't really talked to him ever since I worked there, I guess you could say. I chatted with him a few times on Instagram a while back, like while he was popping and shit.
No, that's how it goes. Ain't no structure in my city. Being a rapper, shit, it comes with a lot of being a rapper. You guys.
I really don't want to watch this whole video. I want to watch like what his whole situation was. All right.
He was already a convicted felon when he was caught.
Yeah, we know that.
After getting caught, he tried to falsify a bill of sale to try and prove that the was in fact somebody else's.
Already convicted felon, falsify a bill of sale. Like I said, we already knew everybody knew he had like a felony already.
Falsify a bill of sale to try and prove that the was in fact somebody else's.
Hey yo, squad, what's the drill? Back with another video, man. A while now. However, there was a glimpse of hope to bring the city back on the map. None other than Mr. 30 Deep Grimeyy. A few years back, he was really starting to bubble on quick, tend to get caught in the street trap. It seems like if you don't catapult to the mainstream quickly, you might have to
I think one of the words you're gonna talk about, he should have came back to St. Louis personally. Bro, you would, like I said, stuff I'm gonna show y'all. I ain't gonna show y'all too much. I'm probably gonna show you like some websites, some legit websites like ACLU. They're supposed to be a non-profit organization that supposed to like fight this corrupt shit, but you know how government corruption is. You pay somebody off, they don't help you. And plus, it's a lot of fake activist groups out there.
well in the Terror Dome a little bit more than you might like.
Which you guys should really question. Like I said, I ain't trying to get into politics, but why do you support Democrat Party when they have a track record of not helping the black communities? Hell, I think Obama tried to help the communities, but I heard a lot of his stuff he tried to pull, it didn't go through. But it's just kind of funny because I think when Trump was in office, I know he got more black people pardoned. I ain't trying to get too much in politics. We trying to talk about this situation. I want to talk about this situation. Then I just want to get my theory because what I've been going through and what I noticed what's been going on in this damn area. Like I said,
the grips of the law without much clout or collateral to make the law work in their favor. In a recent trial for a strap charge after being painted as a gang mastermind by the prosecution, the judge slammed the gavel and gave bruh 7.5 years in prison. In my
government corruption, like I said.
modern terms, that's a hell of a dagger to a rapper's career and relevancy if they weren't a mainstay in the upper echelon of the industry. But just who really is 30 Deep Grimeyy? How did he get to this point? Is there any hope he can get out ahead? Let's skip St. Louis, Missouri on August 21st, 1997. Hey, at least he had both parents.
I want to get to the situation. Cause I'm pretty sure a lot of people already know his life story and shit.
It's always been my life.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure you talk about
that
towards
was
the
a
end.
blessing within drama and was unable to attend his funeral as a result of a weapon out of a moving vehicle. Grimeyy played guilty so that he could qualify for probation, but eventually he got caught breaking that and was locked up for around a year total. The sad part about this jail time was while he was locked up behind bars, he lost his brother to street drama and was unable to attend his funeral as a result of the county deeming him a flight risk.
Even if I could just go see him, glance at him before the funeral and go back to jail, you know, like, none of that. They wasn't going. High risk type shit, you know?
How old was your brother when he got killed?
About 18.
Okay. He was shot or something else?
He was killed.
Okay. How bad did it affect you when you found out?
Very bad.
It was a particularly difficult time in Grimey's life. Not only was he locked up, but he couldn't grieve correctly because getting caught tearing up in prison or the streets would make you look weak.
How the cookie come?
You just cried in your cell, man.
Fuck no, I ain't crying.
At that point.
Yeah, it's like some jail politics. Can't really cry.
Okay.
Like that type of pain, it hurts so much. Like it don't hurt, like it hurt, but you don't cry in the streets. You let niggas see you cry, you let niggas see you weak.
Decided to pull the classic move so many street rappers are known for. He decided to take rap seriously. The first time he decided to spit some bars was in his early teens with his friends and his cousin. At first, he called himself Lord Arthur. Not quite the thugged out name you would be expecting, huh? But he would soon switch it up to Grimeyy, which was a name that he earned on the street.
Growing up, doing what you do, I went from LA to
Wait. They would drop their joint mixtape Splash Brothers in December of 2019. The tape got their name buzzing more locally and
I remember that tape kind of blew him up.
Thanks to the success of the songs like No Cap.
I kind of want to talk about his court situation though, so we're gonna have to look it up real quick. It's right here. Shit. Bow. All right. Our first better known as 30 Deep Grimeyy sentenced federal court today more than 7.5 years prison for felon possession of a firearm. On the back seat, no man, sat whatever, no. Presley, 25, forced to be a cell. Now, like I said, this situation won't have nothing to do with it, just because I think he had somebody around him. Numerous social media posts show Presley with a gun prop. You could say most likely probably was a prop. When his purchase. Sentence, hearings, so you can't do nothing about that. Okay, the hearing is also more attended than the average sending. 30 people, supporters. So they do use social media. See, like I said, certain states you can just get away. This what pissed me off about the fucking law. All right, experts say pressy music, which one of the rappers get simulated. Wait, they also play expert. Oh my. Yeah, my rap's an image. I have to portray. I have a certain type fan base. Bow. Yes, I feel like I'm being targeted because his rap name. Targeted. That's the thing. That's the thing I was looking for. Let's be real. Presley rap name. Largely rap me. Blah 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 blah. The grain. Let's be. Can y'all see my video? Here's the thing. This what pissed me off about St. Louis. Well, this what pissed me off about, I guess, difference between being a white person, being a black person. Like, it's you can't do nothing about that because the majority is white people. At the end of the day, they could show a gun. You're not a white person could show a gun on social media or shoot. Well, in fact, they got kids shooting guns on social media, white kids. But when a black person does it, they consider it a threat. I know they're gonna say like he's a menace to society, but at the end of the day, your governments and your law enforcement are the ones that is like they play a big role while our fucking communities are fucked up at the end of the day. So he a product of his environment, like I said. Like I'm a license owner, I'm a gun license. I could carry a weapon because Missouri is a what's the Second Amendment? Right to bear arms. Yeah, so you should always use your Second Amendment. Like I'm pretty sure if I move out of St. Louis, I'm gonna move to a state like Texas or any other state that still also allow you to carry. I guess you could say license. Where my water at? License to carry. I left my water somewhere. But here's the thing that pissed me off. They using social media when he could probably show up. A lot of these damn probably school shooters, which I'm pretty sure the feds probably wipe off the internet. Using guns, white kids using guns, hunters using guns. Like, the social media shit is bullshit, personally. But like I said, this is how you know St. Louis is kind of corrupted, and they do target a lot of rappers out here. Hell, like, I think a couple weeks ago, they pulled Nelly over. Like, they target a lot of rappers. And I'm going to say, this could have been avoided, personally, I think, just because what I'm about to break down in a minute. All right. People on our pussy was arrested. Authorities searched him. 2 residents finding no drugs or goods of any kind. Are you alleged gang leader? He said. Did he push the idea that Dirty Deep is a gang? Blah 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 blah. He been associated with Pressy rappers. So I'm like, yeah, like it's court shit. I need some water real quick. All right, like I said, let's continue reading. I know y'all can really see it. Can I? I'm just skimming through it right now. Rapper, something doesn't prove that it's valid. Those activities, quote the question they even brought up. He's in the crime, but being a felon in a possession. Because, like I said, people already knew. Well, he even know he had had warrants. Even the police know he had warrants. But, like I said, I'm gonna break down how they snoop through this shit. I guess you can. I feel like I'm gonna try for murder, Pressy said at one point. True. Much more percentage testimony from ATL special agent, which began investigating in 2019. Also, they've been responding. See, they were trying to RICO his ass. They were trying to RICO Dirty. All right, I'm gonna put that to the side. So they were pretty much spying on it. They were spying on him pretty much. All right, at one point, it was illegal to receive a fake blowjob from a woman dressed like a correctional officer outside. It's illegal, but female CEOs tend to do it. They need to shut up. All right, yeah, there's a video that went viral like a month ago. It was poor taste. Goddamn, seems like I talk too much about mouth to get dry. All right. At the end came here's Alec return, reached his 92 months. He said he determined that Dirty Deep Gang has been a street gang and that Prezi was his leader. He wasn't like he just blew up off the music. Like Dirty Deep is not a gang. It's a brand. Taking we branding. And like I said, the whole gun shit really pissed me off because at the end of the day, we all have to protect ourselves because the cops don't protect us. So we gotta protect ourselves as black people. Which is kind of crazy because we paying fucking taxes. Like I wish that there was like a law that we should be immune for paying like federal taxes if the feds or the cops don't do their job or something. Are they targeting you wrongfully? If they targeted wrongful people, especially without warrants, like my situation, I feel like you should be immune for paying taxes or some shit. Or you should be allowed to sue their asses at the end of the day for free. Cause my situation, I know one lawyer want me to. Well, he wants $100K to like get all this shit out the way. But $100K is a lot of money, and you know damn well I don't have that money, and I'm not. Unless I start selling beats again, but that's going. You gotta get lucky with selling beats online again. All right, courthouse trial judge sentence. All right, wait. His manager, Jimmy Flips, who goes by Jay Flips, highlighted that album page just dropped last night called Let Me In. I heard that. He wants to be like in the industry, that's why he called Let Me In. Yeah, so they trying to knock his music. For the album, he worked with producer Ali Knox, who was there to support. Who had a nice run. We could see have a nice run. Yeah. That's the new album. Instagram. Yeah. All right, let's go back to. So pretty much they sent him 7 years for a gun possession, which that's kind of bullshit. I mean, I wish he probably get. I think he'll get out sooner than that personally. But the gun possession is kind of bullshit. Now let's talk about this. They been snooping through this shit. Most likely illegally, but since he had a warrant, they probably had like a reason to. But let's be real, a lot of street niggas moves kind of smart. So it could have been a setup, most like. That's my theory. I'm gonna give my conspiracy theory. All right, I'm gonna show y'all this. ACLU, always pay attention to this site. All right, let's close that real quick. Bow. All right, ACLU, Stingray tracking devices. Who got them? Note that this is in 2018, by the way, and this is 2024. It's crazy. 2018. They started spying on him back in 2019. Started investigating him back in 2019. My situation started in 2021. For some reason, and my one had nothing to do with no street shit. Pretty much, people got scared because somebody was doing some illegal shit. Most likely, some white people did some racist white people doing some illegal shit. Not all white people racist. Yeah, no, I'm not racist. All right, map below. So who? Base press. Blah blah blah. Stingray devices. Police departments. Keyword police departments. Following the map, list of federal agencies who have technology. Blah blah. ACLU. Identify 75 agencies, 25 states, District Columbia that own stingrays. Now, here's the thing about these stingrays. These damn things are not cheap, by the way. And what kills me about these damn things? Y'all know I live in St. Louis. I was going to college. I kind of know a little bit about cybersecurity, so I know what the hell is going on. I know which area have Stingray devices and don't. But I play stupid on that part because these folks think all black people are stupid for some reason. But I SMI catchers. For some of y'all don't know what that is. To some of the, I'll post a Google. They can snoop through your phone pretty much. They can snoop through your cellular data, and phone companies know. Most of your phone companies know this shit. And they allowed it because y'all be seeing articles of AT&T constantly selling your data to the government. Pretty much them allowing them to use Stingray devices to snoop through people's phones. So people don't even know their phones can be snooped through. I think people don't know out here where I live at, because I'm gonna explain that. Because that's how I found out that there are federal informants out in the area where these stingray devices are. So there's people that's working for the government off our tax dollars, especially in my area, of my situation, and they've been following me at my jobs. Like, watch my other videos explaining like of them of the feds paying federal informants to commit crimes, pretty much, and felonies. They doing some extremely illegal shit with my situation. Like I said, I made videos about that, breaking it mostly that down, and just look at my Twitter because I be exposing that shit most of the time. All right, yeah. So IMSI caches or IMEI caches, they pretty much they can snoop through your phone pretty much, and like all your cellular data that goes to these cell towers. Most of the time, it's going to a fake cell tower, or it's going to a fake cell tower. Most likely, it could be a fake cell tower. Could be a person's phone, a Fed phone, I guess you could say. It's usually older phones too, like firmware. Like I'm getting too nerdy. I don't feel like breaking all that down in this video. Could be talking about the dirty deep situation. I want to get to my theory now. Blue states. I said blue states. Like y'all gonna notice something, which is kind of funny. And this is how I know that this is why I think this is like more of a quote unquote Democrat situation. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna look up something real quick. Now I gotta get big brain right now. All right, let's show. I'm gonna show you this now. Stingray tracking devices. Who got them? Like who use them? Now the blue. Blue means local police have site simulators, Stingray devices. This orange/blue is local and state police have cell site simulators. Gray is police use cell site simulators are unknown. Either are known or they don't have them. But your feds do at the end of the day. And orange means state police have cell site simulators. State police. Now, see this. See. Just pay attention. Now, I'm going to show y'all something from the Joe Biden, Donald Trump president election, the voting shit. And I want to see y'all. There's a thing called Trump. I can't pronounce that word. That's what Google's for. 1 second. I'm gonna do this. I'm doing this all live. Only reason I thought about this because I've been going through this. I've been getting targeted, and the targeted shit is called Section 702. Pretty much. Just look that up. Pretty much, you just get stalked and harassed by the feds, and the feds have federal informants plant in the damn area and shit. Just fuck with your shit. They vandalized my car like a handful of times. Yo, cops don't fucking show up. They do stupid shit that I record. Like I said, I'm gonna do a part 3 about that situation because it's more like our 30 deep situation. Now, just pay attention to that little tower, the little picture right here. I'm gonna show y'all something. Once I find Google. All right, move that.
Traditional masculinity.
Close
and
that. I still got finished watching that other podcast. I've been watching that Candace Owen and Andrew Tate podcast. Like you need to learn shit at the end of the day. You can't just not do shit.
Electoral
college. Now, okay, there, I found it. So you know how I say, I'll find my video real quick. Now, you know, look, I pay attention to this location, like bow. Now, this is how I know this Section 702 shit is more of a Democratic tactic that targets mainly Americans and Black Americans. Just pay attention, bow. Now, y'all gonna notice. Now, this is, before we do that, I'm gonna slide this over, bow. Now, you know what the St. Louis Electoral College is, like, pretty much, just Google what it means, like, the voting locations, which one's considered a blue state, like, which one's voting for, like, Joe Biden. This is the 2022 or 2020 situation when Biden and Trump went at it. When Trump kept saying the election was rigged, which I kind of believe the election was rigged. Now that I study and start paying attention to shit, once all this weird shit started going on in my area, I started to study the laws. I just been reading a lot. I've been reading a lot of Malcolm X also. But like I said, I just been studying the laws mainly, and studied this Democratic Party, I guess you could say, and Republicans. And I feel like, well, first off, Twitter lets you know everything. Like, if you don't have common sense, you don't know what the fuck's going on. But if you have common sense, then you now know that the Democrats are really the racists at the end of the day, not the Republicans. But they paint this image to make it seem like Republicans are racist. But if you really look into like the laws and shit and what Trump actually did, like Trump, like that side actually been more beneficial for the black community, black Americans as a whole. Like, you have to realize, like, Republicans actually is really American, even though I think both parties are racist at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, it makes more sense with, if you're born in America, you should be voting, I guess, the red side. And the blue side make you realize, well, I think having her or Harris become like going against Trump, or have her become like the candidate for the Democrat Party, really kind of open people eyes up. Plus, she hadn't really been doing shit, or she's just commenting the same shit that Trump was gonna do, but try to flip it around. Like, I think the election gonna be one sided, because like I said, this should be like the election of common sense. We need Trump in office. What I've been going through and what I've been studying, like this Section 702 shit is really, this Section 702 shit is really a Democratic tactic to target Americans. But I think Bush signed off on it to go to spy on foreigners because the terrorists, the 9/11 shit. All right, now look at this state. Y'all gonna notice something. Look at it. Blue is Democratic. You gonna notice. I should have took a picture. I should have did. Goddamn. I'm not looking at crypto today. Bad. You gonna notice like some of this is actually, it kind of mirrors where these stingray devices are being allowed, and most of it is in blue states. And that's how I know that. Wait, so Democrat do have like tactics to target Americans, because I always say I don't have a warrant, but I have proof that they've been snooping through my phone, and there's a lot of corruption going on. And stingray devices. Also, I'm getting a lot of legal assistance in a quote unquote blue state, I guess you can, because Missouri is considered a red state, but St. Louis, I live in St. Louis, that is a blue city, and that's also a key factor. And this is how I know. Oh, it makes more sense. Now, it's stuff I want to talk about, but I'm not going to talk about till a third part. But y'all gonna notice, I live in St. Louis. St. Louis is considered a blue, I guess, a Democratic city, but it's a red state. So that makes sense how I could find a lawyer outside of St. Louis, but I can't get no legal assistance living out here. That's how I knew. Okay, so this is a Democratic tactic, because the pictures, that's the electoral college of which state blah 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 is red, which state is blue that voted. And it kind of resembles this little picture right here, where these stingray devices are allowed, or where they could spy on us, pretty much. I know I ain't the only ones getting spied on, but apparently I must have fucked somebody's bitch that got them so mad, and apparently I'm a drug dealer now. All right, let's continue going now. But that lets you know that, okay, so this has been like a Democratic tactic. And I kind of said in the last video that my issue with a company, somebody told me that they knew somebody that was in the White House, and ironic, a Democratic president was in the White House, all the weird shit started happening involving me in the area. Like I said, I made 2 videos breaking that down. Y'all can just go watch them. All right. Federal agency known to use Southside Cinemas, FBI, drug enforcement agency. So pretty much, somebody definitely said I was a drug dealer. Which that's fucking false, and they've been trying to stop me to going to court. And plus, I saw a goddamn FBI fucking card out in the area like a year ago. They try to be sneaky with this shit. And the informant shit at my job is so fucking obvious. I exposed them. Like, I filed 2 lawsuits. It got ignored. And it get dismissed. It just got ignored. Government corruption. Army, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Section 702 shit. Now, I show y'all those 2 pictures and how they do target Americans. Now, this is more, but now, here's my theory about the dark situation. That's another video. That's another link I want to show y'all too. I'm gonna try my best not saying names, but I'm gonna say person A or something, or person B. Nah, no, I'm trying to keep it more broad because I got to dig up some more information because I've been going through my own shit, so I really haven't been tapped in with him and a lot of people and shit because of the bullshit I'm dealing with the feds. Well, how I feel that he got set up. Now, my conspiracy theory to me is that he hanged around with somebody that he didn't grow up with, and he was a goddamn informant. And I saw those pictures where those scene raid devices are being used. But we had, like I said, I told you I used to work with him, and we had conversations about certain people. I'm gonna leave that at that. Certain people that gave off informant vibes. I'm gonna leave it at that. Fast forward years later. You know what? So do your research. Like I said, I'm gonna need to talk to him. I'm trying to tap into some of this this close circle about people. Cause I always said there's street codes. Like I said, I don't consider myself a street nigga at all. Like I said, plus I'm too old for that type of shit. I just make beats now, pretty much. I didn't have temper problems, and I used to be a menace as a kid. But like I said, I got old. Now, I lost my train of thought. I'll talk for like 30 minutes. Now, there's a certain somebody that was in his music videos. I'm gonna leave it at that we used to work with, which is kind of funny, cause we all said, and noted, I said St. Louis is kind of fucking corrupted, and I said St. Louis is full of, there's a lot of fucking informants in St. Louis. Like there's motherfuckers that, fuck, I'm not trying to get too exposing about St. Louis and get the informant. I'm just keep it if they gave off Fed informant energy, I guess you could say. Because St. Louis St. Louis is still not a good area, but they got these stingray devices. So most 9 times out of 10, the feds probably know what the fuck is going on, but they ain't doing shit because it's black on black crime. And if we killing each other, they pretty much don't care because it's killing our population of black people and shit. Yeah, that's another thing. I started to come I guess pro-black and shit. But yeah, we had conversations about people, and it kind of scratched my head when he was in a few of his music videos. And I'm going to leave it at that. Because we always talk about, come on, rappers talk about this too. I think Lil Baby had a song, lyrics saying, if you trap it off an iPhone, you literally a fed. You either a fed informant or you're just a dumbass. And though that a lot of people trapping off their iPhones. Because iPhones are easily accessible pretty much because they don't really turn off and they could. You know what? I'm not gonna get too much into that part, but just like I said, just notice all the streets. It's the reason why people probably prefer to use Android phones and I guess quote unquote burner phones. People, especially if they're trapping, I guess you could say, allegedly. I don't think he wasn't trapping or selling drugs at all. Cause he don't even smoke. But the gun possession shit kind of pissed me off because the areas. There's war zones. Literally, certain parts of St. Louis are fucking war zones. But like I said, I ain't gonna get too much into that situation. All I'm gonna say is it's a certain person. We talked about a handful of people while we was working together, and years later he was in a music video. So most likely, the federal informants in the area is fucking legit, and these stingray devices played a big role. Pretty much, the state that allows them. I just lost that picture, didn't I? God damn it. 1 second. But like I said, and these little blue states pretty much are quote unquote clues. It's kind of crazy how Texas have it, but Texas is more red. Like I said, it's kind of crazy that Texas have it at the end of the day. I always find it weird that Texas have it. But like I said, it's probably a lot of blue cities in these red states. And vice versa. You know what I mean by Democrat, Republican, and shit like that. But it's a big ass indicator. Also, this Section 702 shit is even worse in Illinois when I found out. But this is a big indicator that 9 times out of 10 there are federal reformers. I have proof there are federal reformers at my jobs. They keep blocking my lawsuits. or 30 Deep. I swear to God, that's what I hate about Google sometimes. He most likely was around certain people that he didn't grow up with, like I said. You know how the feds are sneaky. And it said in the article they started tracking them like in 2018 or some shit. That's fucking crazy now, just thinking about it. Yeah, man, in 2019. That's fucking crazy. Like I said, I worked around him, like, I left around 2019, which is crazy. Damn, man, this is damn. But yeah, damn, this is fucking blew my mind. Like I said, there's other clues and shit like that of, I guess, quote unquote, how a certain handful of people gave off federal reform vibes, and we talked about that. We even talked about such and such person. This is like 2017, 2018. But goddamn, we normally don't be thinking about that shit. Like I said, I'm not trying to quote unquote call out people in this video to actually gather more evidence. But I think when it comes to my conspiracy theory, 9 times out of I'm like 85% correct. I'll leave it at that. Cause based off what I've been going through, watching my other videos, me actually legit posting proof of them having access to my phone, like I wasn't going to school for goddamn technology. It's a bunch of indicators, and no, I don't have a warrant. I think he was set up personally. What he needs to do is, but at the end of the day, you should try to get a Jewish lawyer at the end of the day, because like I said, the Jewish people run the world, if you want to be honest. But for being real, what he need to do is get a lawyer outside of St. Louis, Missouri. And if he do that, that's a good chance he might be able to get out early. A lawyer could find out a lot of shit, and I guarantee you, a lawyer could probably find out who he hanging around with. Matter of fact, there's a couple other things. That's a couple other clues. I don't want to show because I don't want to get hit with a copyright in the music video. And like I said, I ain't try to expose such certain people, but you notice that people don't they hide their face away from the camera. That's all. I'm gonna leave it at that. So with that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Free 30 Deep Grimeyy. I feel like he got set up mostly by the feds. There's people around him. They probably snooped through this phone, most likely, because they been snooping through my damn phones. And I kind of broke that down in other YouTube videos, how they been snooping through my phone with these Stingray devices. If you had a prepaid phone, they could snoop through that shit. But no, it don't matter, because I think I have an AT&T phone, and they been snooping through that shit. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. There are informants in these cell tower blue Stingray areas. Like, it's definitely in St. Louis. I know that for sure. But it really depends. Like, on the city is kind of like the crime rate's still high, but they use Stingray devices to snoop through my phone, which is kind of crazy. But like I said, I think they spied on all black people out here. Personally, I think people's just not tech savvy enough to know. I noticed it. I'm not stupid. I could tell who's fraud, who's not fraud. Free Mr. Grimeyy, 30 Deep Grimeyy. I personally think he was set up. Most likely, 9 times out of 10, I think he was set up by the feds. Because of the informant shit in the area. And plus, they investigating. So, like I said, advice, he should try to get a lawyer outside the state and take this situation outside the state. Outside of the government corruption shit. You see what Young Thug is going through? The whole YSL case. Like, there's some government corruption going on in that situation. And you know what's crazy about that? Atlanta is also considered a blue state. Democratic, I said blue state. I think it is a blue state, matter of fact. No, Atlanta is like a blue city, a democratic city. But why the crime rate so high? Why the hoods are still hoods? Why we keep voting for Democrats? Like, I didn't really... It's just, like, all this shit just ties together after I think about it. Like, they do be targeting us, this whole quote-unquote Democratic Party. But I ain't trying to get too political. Free 30 Deep. What you need to do is get a lawyer outside the state, or hopefully Trump can get in office and we could try to get him pardoned. But you got to get somebody with clout, like Aiden Ross. I think Aiden Ross, I think I saw the live stream of him trying to get Young Thug and Tory Lanez pardoned. okay, here's the thing. Tory Lanez went to jail for gun possession. He doing all those years for the gun possession. That's what people tend to forget. Personally, I don't think he shot Meg. But like I said, I think her best friend shot at her. But like I said, I ain't trying to talk about that. But yeah, I'm saying again, I think what he need to do is try to get a lawyer outside this court system, like in St. Louis. Because like I said, it is government corruption. It's government corruption everywhere. But you could tell where it's government corruption at. And St. Louis is one of them. So that's probably most like what he need to do. But I think he's supposed to be getting out in like 2 years, less than 2 years. But I think he could probably get out this year if, like I said, if somebody probably show him this video. Cause what he need to do, like I said earlier, get a lawyer outside the state, look into the situation, look into Section 702. Got pretty sure they could find out who's fucking federal informants. And all I'm gonna say is, the person we talked about, it's a good chance. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a good chance he came out of nowhere too. That's another thing. So it's a good chance that the person he was hanging around with most likely was a federal informant, and I can prove it just based off the shit I've been going through, and I'm not stupid. Like, there's some shit I could really talk about that I'm not gonna talk about because I ain't trying to put nobody in danger. Because at the end of the day, if like the black culture and black community and people that's working for the cops, like federal informants, it's a dark history. That's the reason I don't really get to. I'm not trying to expose people, I guess you could say, for their safety. But yeah, like I said, he need to get a lawyer outside the state and take the situation outside the state, or it's kind of hard. I think the best bet is the Donald Trump route, because that's real. They try to get that other VP president who used to be a former cop or a prosecutor, and she was in California, and California is actually, it gets worse and worse every year in Cali, which is kind of crazy. And you notice it's always these quote unquote Democratic areas. That made me realize that what woke me up is why we voted Democrat when they don't help black people. That's not a hate crime bill for us black people, but it's a hate crime bill for the LGBTQ and other communities, which is kind of crazy. But like I said, for the 5th time, what he need to do is hire a lawyer. He probably got to pay $100K. Either that or get Donald Trump. Hire a lawyer, look at the case outside of the area. Like, he most likely in the music business, so he probably just tap in with like some of these rich other rappers he did music deals with, and they probably hire that Jewish lawyer to look into their situation. Cause I think that's what Michael Rubin did with Meek Mill's situation. Cause Michael Rubin's a Jewish person and he has those connections, and most likely they'll look into the situation. Cause I'm most likely positive that he got Arthur was getting targeted. 30D was getting targeted. But yeah, for the 20th time, what he need to do is get a lawyer to look into the situation outside of St. Louis. I'm going to say that 20 more times. Because I said to myself, I had no problem finding a lawyer outside of St. Louis. It's when I find a lawyer in St. Louis, they don't, no cause. And they say they can't help me, so it's a Democratic thing and it's an area thing. But like I said, there are lawyers. He probably most likely his team got the money for that shit. Like, comment, subscribe. There's more I could talk about, but I'm trying my best not to say people's names. But we had conversations about people giving out informant vibes. That's all I'm gonna say at that. When we was working together, that's like years ago.